Hey guys, this is your daily tarot card reading from Born Without Boundaries Tarot. I'm still trying to get my computer adjusted. It is for, hold on a second. Sorry, guys. It is for everyone. Well, that's not true. That's not true. It's for anyone. It is, if you're looking for zodiac sign specific messages, check out my premiere channel, Born Without Boundaries Tarot, here on YouTube, and you'll get 12 new videos every single week, messages specially targeted for each of the 12 zodiac sign energies, as well as an additional 12 videos if you want a deeper reading. So how you guys doing? Happy Monday. There's a lot going on in the astrology this week. It just feels like I always say that, but there's been there was major transitions on Friday. Of course, we talked about, or last Friday, we talked about that. And now we went into some other major transitions. So first we have Venus going into Aries. That happened today. That happened on Monday. And Venus is conjunct the midheaven. And what is the midheaven? The midheaven is, it's not a planet. It's sort of a location. It's a demarcation point. And it's basically, the midheaven is the cusp of the 10th house. And what does that mean? It means that this is what you're really good at. This is what, your mark in the world will really be. So anything that's conjuncting the midheaven is going to kind of volumize that and pair with it to give it special coloring or flavor. What's up, guys? Nice to meet. What's up? Hey. Oh, my mom. That's my mom. I can't pick it up right now. So when Venus is conjunct in midheaven, this is a sense of just aesthetics, beauty, being beautiful, being valuable, finding value, things that are pretty, fashion sense, valuing money. Maybe you're very good at money and financial things, or glamour, or something that is poetic or romantic. But Venus will really help you understand what it is you value, so you know what you are good at, like valuing yourself, so you know what you're really best at and where your talents can really be, kind of really stand out. So that's wonderful energy, but they both drop into areas where Venus is extremely uncomfortable. And if you watch my video, I hope you'll watch my video. I do a weekly overview every single week, and I post it over on Vimeo. I post it over on Facebook. I post it on Twitter. I post it on my website. So you can go sign up for the newsletter that I send out every single Monday, which will have this video right in it, attached to it. There's lots of different ways. And the links are all on the channel header, so you can find them easily. But basically this weekly, oh, you know what, I can start posting it over here too again. That would be a good thing for me to do. So this would be a really good energy, except that Venus is not comfortable in Aries. Venus is at detriment. And what does that mean? It's when a planet is in the sign opposite from its domicile, opposite from its native house. And of course, Libra and Aries are two opposites. And so Venus in Libra would be at home. So in Aries, she is in her diametric opposite. It's fiery energy, and that doesn't make her feel so good. Another domicile for Venus, however, is Taurus, making her at detriment in Scorpio as well. Doesn't feel so good. And Scorpio was formerly ruled by Mars. So she's not comfortable with this positioning. Like, she just got herself away from Mars, and now she's in Mars's domicile. It's not the most comfortable position for her, because it's too fiery, it's too demanding, it's too instantaneous, it's too right now, it's too new, it's too naive, it's too just throw yourself into it. Venus likes to think through things. She's more communicative. She's less physical and more ethereal. She's romantic, right? She loved being in Pisces, and now she's like out of the cold water, thrown into the desert, like thrown into the fire. And so she can get really volatile and feel insecure. Any planets, I like to call it, any planet that's in their detriment is insecure. They don't really know how their energy works in this environment. So especially in the first couple of degrees, when they first get in there, it's kind of a shit show. There's a lot of volatility. So that doesn't really help out that later on this week Venus gets squared to the moon, which is in Cancer. Moon in Cancer is very much at home, but it's very moody and very emotional, and that could really exacerbate Venus's, trying to adjust to being in an uncomfortable situation, upping the insecurity, how we feel about ourselves, especially since the moon will also be conjunct to Lilith, how we get ashamed of ourselves, not feeling good, tearing ourselves down. Not a really great time for romantic relationships right now, since Mars, the divine masculine, is in Pisces where it's uncomfortable, and Venus is in Aries where it's uncomfortable. A sense of almost being thrown into each other's comfort zones. Maybe it's a good time for us to really show each other our vulnerabilities. This would be a beautiful time to show how each can be very vulnerable and volatile at the same time. You never see somebody's real dark, not dark side, but yeah, weak side until they get thrown into an uncomfortable situation. So this could be the week where we're starting to see a lot of especially with our partners, a lot of things that are, vulnerable, and a lot they're not so good at. And what do we fall back on? Well, I've said it a bunch of times in my video. Our brains, because Mercury's in a beautiful position, and Uranus is going to be conjunct the Sun this week. So that's also a really beautiful position of strength and confidence in oneself. And with Pluto's in retrograde, but trying to Mercury is like almost intensified with how it can look into things and understand things and almost psychologically be able to understand. So if there is an issue or a problem, it is really good to talk to your partner and listen to your partner. Communication will work now, especially in those places where we feel insecure. And so what I suggested when it comes to romantic relationships is focus on friendship. Focus on being somebody's friend. Long-term relationships, the friendship is the sustainable partnership. That's really the cornerstone to all long-term relationships. So this is a good time to focus on being their friend and understanding them from a friend's perspective. Work with them as their best friend, because that's really where you'll be able to go really far when it comes to relationships. And if there's new relationships starting, I would not be surprised if you meet somebody as a friend and you don't even know, excuse me, sorry, runny nose again. And you don't even know that it's going anywhere. Friendships are definitely how anything will start right now, because it's not an extremely romantic period. It's a very, for romance and for finance, which is something else we got to talk about. It's a very kind of time. So when it comes to finance, this is the IRS could come get you this week. This is not a good time to like apply for anything or ask for any inquiries, because with that Mercury trine Pluto, and Venus squaring Lilith later on this week, this is a sense of just seeing somebody's bad side, just seeing the bad stuff about somebody, or being able to pick out really easily all the financial stuff that is maybe not shady, but we're not so proud of, right? So ultimately, this isn't the best time to go for a loan. This isn't the best time to have anybody, because they're only going to see like the bad side, right? It's going to be, or we can feel compromised and vulnerable, like we don't have enough money and we're only seeing what we don't have or what we can't do, instead of what we do have. So you might have to make a little bit more effort this week to focus on the positive when it comes to your finances or the way that you look. FYI. So that's just a brief overview of where we are with the astrology this week. If you want the in-depth, go check out the blog, go check out the video. And let's get into the cards, because I have somewhere to go in about 20 minutes. I think we can get a good reading on, though. What's up, Tina? Hi, Esther. Hey, Nelia. Hey, Lala. Hey, Charity. What's up, guys? Hi, Tomoe. I'm sorry. I'm just like hit the ground running. Ooh, Queen of Wands. This is fiery. This is confident. This is powerful. This is This is having confidence, and also having confidence in new ideas, having confidence in new inspiration, having confidence to go use your inspiration or go after it, go chase it, go get it. And then we have Seven of Pentacles. So this is in the past though. So there's a sense of things weren't working out. Something wasn't working out, or nothing was happening. It had stayed stagnant and it was frustrating. Now it seems like there's a new spark of light, maybe new hope that comes in today or in the next 24 hours. And then we have, oh, yeah. We have the Temperance here. So this is Sagittarius energy, trying to figure out how to make things work. Prince of Swords, talking about your ideas, communicating ideas, or finally somebody coming together and getting together and talking to each other. Eight of Wands coming in. There's a lot of opportunities that can come in, a lot of options, opportunities, orders. Things are speeding up. Princess of Pentacles. So this is our central energy. We've been trying to start something new. So there does seem to be today a breakthrough in the energy around a new idea or something that we've just started or something that we were trying to get off the ground, especially in terms of clarity of the direction that we want to go in and the ideas surrounding that project. Then we have the Empress here, which is abundance and prosperity. So this is, having a lot or being recognized as having a lot. This could also be a breakthrough with how you talk to or deal with your mother or a maternal figure in your life, or deal with things as a parent. We have Ace of Pentacles here. So this is an opportunity that seems to like come out of the blue. It's like a give me. This is a good day for then Ten of Swords, which is ruination, finish, done, ending. We have the Ace of Pentacles. So what is the Ten of Swords ending? Ending the wait. So there was a sort of a period of reflection. There was a period of like no communication, or things had gotten really silent with something. And that's what ends now. You're going to get some word soon. And then we have the Queen of Swords. There's clarity here. There's understanding. There's comprehension. There's also choices. She's capable of making anything happen because she takes things objectively and works them out scientifically, logically, rationally. This could be a day of a great scientific breakthrough, intellectual breakthrough, really clever with how we see everything work out. Yeah, and it pushes something along. This Ten of Swords means that what's okay, Ten of Swords where I'm sorry. Now I know how my phone works. I can turn it back on. Ten of Swords where like the worst has happened, the worry, the sadness, the destruction. This is like the worst has happened. And then Four of Swords, there's a time for us to kind of like reflect back, look at things and really get a perspective on all the crap that's happened, and then us being able to see a way through. Um, Objectively. So in other words, we're able to not take things personally right now. There's a lot of clarity at the end of this. There's like a rationale. There's like okay, what's the best movement forward when I take my emotions out of this? I'm going to tell you guys all this week it's going to be like that. Yeah. Hi, Sha. What's up, Yvette? All this week, it's going to be like that. Our brain it's like brain power this week. Our brain is our superpower this week. And it's not like that all the time. Sometimes there's just like the cosmos is prime for brain fog, but that's not how it is now. Now, the intellect is what's very clear, it's what's very crisp, it's the innovation. We can really figure our way through shitty situations right now, especially things that involve, you thought something was going to be lucrative, maybe it wasn't, but you'll find a solution to it. You'll find your way through it, or you'll find an answer to it. So, ultimately, ultimately, this is a nice energy. It's a pretty happy energy. Let's start with where the moon is. The moon is in Gemini right now, and that's a really beautiful place for it. Hold on. The moon is Oh no. The moon is in no, the moon is in Taurus right now. Okay, but hold on. The moon enters Gem oh, no, no, I was right. The moon is in Gemini, 6:47 a.m. It's been in Gemini. It's in Gemini. And it's going to be in Gemini, which is really interesting, straight through midweek. The evening of Wednesday is when it slips into Cancer. But especially when the moon is in Gemini, um, we're most stable when it comes to friendship. We're most stable when it comes to interacting with people, one on one, listening to them or being heard one on one. And it's going to sort of reflect the energy that Mercury's there, Mercury and the moon, when they're with each other. It means like your emotions and your brain are in sync. There's clarity. So there's a lot of clarity right now in Monday. It's a very good day. Lavender is it's the color of the day. Beautiful energy for healing and tranquility and sort of stimulation of the self, the sense of self. So ultimately, it's also love. It's used in a lot of like love potions or like love ointments. Um, so yeah, the moon moved into Gemini around this. No, the moon moved into Gemini, and then later on tonight is when Venus will enter Aries. And that's sort of when the shit hits the fan, to be totally honest with you. That's sort of when things start going a little bit crazier. Because like I said, Venus isn't in love with being in Aries. She's not. She's almost distracting because she needs so much attention. Think of a chihuahua. It's like you need to touch them just right. Right? Like you should know. And it's like the Napoleonic complex. When you feel lesser than, you try harder than you should type of energy. So but this is really interesting how it's the clarity, it's the mind, it's that brain power that really helps you work things out. So we can fall back on that this week, or not even fall back on it. Just like, let's make that our primary today, is to think clearly, to think things through, especially when we're feeling particularly emotionally volatile. Switch over to your brain, because your brain is so clear right now. There's also really great inventions, being able to put things together. I see this, especially when we're reflecting over something that really hurt us or harmed us. We'll now be able to like look back without emotion and just get a lot of clarity and really pick through it, work through it, and be able to move on from it. So this is actually a really good day for therapy, or a really good energy for therapy, where you need that emotional, when you need that objectivity that will give you some clarity. This is a really beautiful time for it. What's up, Lala? Hey, what's up, Jennifer? I didn't see you, but I'm happy that you're here. Let's do this. Spirit, what do you want to tell me? What do you want to tell us today? I gotta tell you, if you want to learn something, this is a great week to learn something, especially if you're taking up something new. It's fantastic energy for your brain. And I kind of envy those people who are, oh, Chiron is here, but he also holds a sword. So there's clarity. I've been through pain, I've been through suffering, but now I know how to use it. Now I know what to do with it. And Chiron is the great teacher. So learning through pain, what you've learned through pain, what you've learned through suffering, what you've learned through loss, now you know how to heal. And then Chiron is still in Aries, by the way. And then we have Aries here, Aries energy, which talks about passion, taking action. Both of them have a lot of swords. And then we have Atlantis, which is all about ingenuity and technology and very Uranus energy, like unexpected. There's some sort of clarity or movement forward when it comes to the healing arts, or being able to finally take action on something that has perturbed us, disturbed us, or maybe even set us behind. There could be some sort of technological advancement, or the knowledge, information is coming through technology on how we can improve something or make something better. If you are one who finds it relatively easy to understand progressive technology, resonates with crystals, or feels a deep connection with Atlantis, this may be part of your lineage. You might begin to access more information through hypnotherapy, or engaging the services of a shaman to connect with your ancestral past. Your spirit family on the other side of the veil holds the archive of your history. They are aware of the current challenges you face and want to help. This exploration is a way to communicate with them, to retrieve hidden wisdom. It may also help confirm the likelihood that you were once part of this advanced civilization. That's really interesting. And it's interesting because Mars is in Pisces and Atlantis is supposed to be underwater now. And we have this. But I think that still there's this energy of Mars is in Pisces, Venus just came out of Pisces. There's a delivering of, it's almost like ancient wisdom being delivered into the new world. If you understand what I'm saying. And that might come through you psychically or through past life regression, especially with Mercury trine Pluto. There's a lot of knowing that's going to come out, or ancient understanding coming out or being revealed. That would be global. That wouldn't just be in our day-to-day lives. That might happen this week. So that's really interesting. I would like to sort of watch how that unfolds. But when it comes to our personal life, this is almost like stuff that we've always known, or stuff that we've known, through our experiences in the past, being able to do something with them and finally find a use for them, helping us to understand ourselves better, or even just being protected by our ancestors through this exchange of knowledge that they're finally able to download into you. That's really interesting energy. Really interesting energy. I'm interested to see how that goes. Hey, Lala. Oh, I'm happy you're happy to be here. What's up? I'm working on building my own website. That's fantastic. Yeah, we'll be patient with yourself, but that's fantastic. That's actually a great thing to do in this energy, is build a I'll be blogging my 20-day road trip. Exceptional. That's so cool. That's really cool. You're gonna have such a great time. Would love to meet with a shaman someday. Go get it. Go get it. Don't hold yourself back, Charity. Research them. Check out which one gives you the right vibe. Maybe even interview them before you work with them. That sounds beautiful. Yeah. Yeah. I would love to read your blog. That's really cool. And then we have Lala loves you. Hi, all. Be bold and make the first move, and then look at the bigger picture. That's really interesting because we have a waxing moon now. So the moon comes from new and it starts to wax. So it starts to grow bigger. It's a waxing crescent. And so this is a time to do something new, try something new, innovate, especially when that sun conjuncts Uranus. That's all week, but primarily Tuesday, Wednesday is the perfect conjunction, and Thursday. So, but look at the bigger picture. I just think it's time for you to try more, go bigger. Put your toe outside of the pond and into the ocean type of energy. It's almost like be bold, put yourself out there, try something. You'll feel the energy to do it. Trust it. Don't force yourself to do it. You won't have to be forced. You'll just know it and do it. Look at the bigger picture. So this is Sagittarius energy. I feel like we're moving into a bigger direction, a direction of sort of being able to trust enough to try something that we've never tried. And since this is big picture, this could be global. I don't know. Feel drawn to this deck, though. Spirit, what do you want me to know? Trust your path. That's a good one. Trust your path. If you knew you would be supported, what would you do? That's what you need to do. Dance with life. Do something to change your energy. The initiation, rite of passage, crossing the threshold. And you're already doing it. Stop overthinking. Keep facing your true north. So, in other words, this isn't like this isn't trying something new. It's doing something new with what you've already been doing, applying it on a global scale. So going live with a website, but with what you're already doing, pushing something bigger, um, um, going social with something you're already doing. So it's like try something new with what you already know you're good at. That's the energy today. And this is when you could really cross through or break through a huge threshold, which is like the birth canal. We talked about this. And we talked about Venus going through the birth canal, really coming out the other side when you're in watery Pisces and then being born, especially with that Venus conjunct Jupiter over the weekend, a sense of a lot of new things. This is a time to have the confidence and think bigger and think optimistically, in sharing yourself with a wider, broader world, or that kind of happening to you. Finally, things could start opening up for you depending on where you are in the process and how much energy you've already put into the momentum, right? That's kind of it. It's like you're already doing it. So try doing something different with it. Try believing that other people would be interested in it. Trust your path, trust your journey, keep being steadfast with it. But now is a time to sort of like try something different with it. You know what I'm saying? That's kind of the energy of those cards. Um, okay. We have value your self-worth. You are God's precious gem, diamond. And I feel like this is where, especially that ancestral energy will come from in handy. It may not be easy for you to value you this week with those wonky Venus things, but with the the sun conjunct Uranus, you'll be able to value your ideas. You'll have a lot of confidence in what can spring from you and what comes from you. So it's almost like a different way to look at it. But being reminded that you are valuable. Remember, a diamond is a kind of crystal as well. This is really your key gem. The things that is most valuable about you. Deep emotional healing. Your heart is ready to heal from past experiences, and you are willing to devote time and energy toward therapeutic care. This is once again, like even getting help, finding the best in you, taking that advice, doing that shamanic advice. I mentioned therapy as soon as I started talking to you guys. So ultimately, this is a time where it would be really good to use other people, use that friendship of Mercury and Gemini, and help them, to use them to help clarify what you are, especially since personally it could get a little wonky this week. So unnecessary worries, release the burden of worries by giving them to God for healing and solutions. So this, yeah, wow, this is beautiful energy. It's really about using something outside of yourself to help you see the value inside of yourself and help remind you of that, or something on the outside happening to you to remind you just how much you are valued. Okay. Hey Caroline, hey Jade. Why do people I don't know what that question. I think you worded that a little wonky, Jade, so I don't know what that is. Could you clarify? Good morning, Caroline, Yvette. Um, you're going to drive a four-wheel electric longboard in national state parks, and now I'm building online. That's absolutely going to blow up. Perfect, perfect, perfect. Hey, Aunt Number One, what's going on? Let's see what we only got one. Harmony. Disharmony occurs when we try to resist life's natural flow. Everything has its cycle. Every stage of life has its own unique meaning and purpose. Every day can be harmonious if we want it to be. Finding that harmony, a talk about it, it's the other voice. Yeah. It's not, in other words, really the energy today is asking you to connect with others for clarity and helping you to find that harmony. We're not in it alone. And harmony, that's really going to help you. Um, so it could be that therapeutic care, or just talking to a friend could be therapeutic for you. This is highly recommended. I just thought there was another card that came out, but no, this was the angel message. Pretty awesome. So, Amanda, I'm glad you made it, Amanda. Confusing time for me in love and purpose on my path. Well, okay. So ultimately, the clarity here comes from intellect. So when it comes to love, it's stop trying to understand it and ultimately just think of what you know, what you're certain of. That that's going to be the best right now. Also, focusing on friendship instead of romance is going to be the best thing that you can do for any romantic situation. Being somebody's friend, letting them be your friend, being friendly, speaking as friends, doesn't have to be all that lovey mushy stuff. Talk about something that the two of you are actually interested in. It's not all about, oh, let's talk about us. How fucking boring. That's not the conversation to have right now, right? Unless you're intellectualizing what does it mean to be us. This is a sense of talk about, find something outside of yourselves. If you're treating the romance as a single unit, find something outside of yourself to be interested in, right? That will engage your intellectual curiosities, your intellectual energies. That's the best way to do romance right now for this whole week, is to engage something outside of the two of you that will excite the two of you and give you something common to focus on. That's a wonderful way to do it right now. Um, hmm. So, what's the point of sharing the story? Did you want advice? What's going on? Technology was the alien invasion until the border happened, but oh my gosh, that message was everything. Yeah, cool. I Alien invasion. Wait, what about the alien invasion? I don't know. Was there an alien invasion that I did I miss this? A pole smashed into her truck and she got a DUI. Oh, Jesus Christ. I hope. Ooh, ooh. Well, hopefully that's a wake-up call for her. Bottom line. Hopefully that's a wake-up call for her. Absolutely. Sometimes we need that kind of stuff, and those are the best things that could have ever happened to us. Um, hey, Tammy, studying my ancestors' ancient dead language. Oh my God, that is awesome. That is really awesome. And that is like the best activity for this energy. Yeah, ancient languages, communication, understanding their language, to understand their people better. And it's that's the perfect activity right now. People called, hi, William. People called me a bit, I don't know. I have no idea. I don't know. There could be have been a lot of reasons why they did that. I don't know. I don't know. Is this a good or bad context? This seems like random. Morning to you in New Zealand, Marco. Um, I don't know. I don't know why they could have called you that. I don't know. Clearly, it's something that interests you. So it's less about. I would say it's less about. I would say it's less about them and why they did it, and more about. I would ask you the question: why does it interest you so much? Why is your brain on it? What do you want it to mean? And that's the kind of conversation you have to what do I want it to mean? Do am I hoping for something? Like that's the conversation you really need to have with yourself, Jade. Not about why they said it or why they meant it, but why it's still in your mind and why you're curious about it. That's what's most important. Okay. So oh, you're welcome, Amanda. Hello. Okay, so actually I have to sign off because I'm on my way. I'm actually kind of late right now, so I hope they'll still let me in. But I'm going to say prayers for you, aunt number 1. Prayers for your situation and clarity in it, to take yourself, let the emotions be on the side and gain some clarity about your interactions and yeah, I just pray for clarity in your situation. That's what I would pray for. Pray for clarity. This is a good time to use that prayer. God, help me understand what these lessons mean, what you want me to learn from this situation in my life. What lessons are you trying to teach me? But I've got to say goodbye. I love you guys. I'm sorry if you just jumped on, but I'm happy to find you here. I'm happy to have you here. And I will definitely talk to you guys tomorrow.